In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 10 stocks to buy on Cash App for fall 2024, as well as showing off my exact portfolio and the exact stocks that I'm going to be using to absolutely print money by the start of 2025. So if you guys are looking to get a 2x, maybe even 4x eval on your stock portfolio, all within Cash App, I would highly recommend going ahead and watching till the end of this video. And the best part is that I have no course to sell you. I have no mentorship or anything like that. The only thing that I ask is that in exchange for me giving you all of this value for completely free, you guys just go ahead and click that like button and subscribe button with post notifications on. And with that all being said, let's get right into it. First off, guys, I have a couple different stock portfolios, and the one I want to go ahead and show you right now is both one of my retirement and my general stock investing portfolio. So I personally use Acorns right here to do most of my stock investing. And as you guys can see, Acorns has made me over $120 just on my money. I have two accounts with Acorns. I have an investment stock account, which you guys can see has had an almost 2% growth in the time that I've gone ahead and been investing into it. Essentially what it is it's a combination of both stocks and bonds, but if I wanted to, I could go ahead and invest my own stocks of my choice or my own ETF of my choice if I wanted to. It also automatically invests some of your money into bonds, which is really, really nice. And as you guys can see, I'm doing pretty well on the short-term and US aggregate bonds right now. Plus, I also have what's called a SEIP IRA. If you guys don't know what a SEIP IRA is, it's essentially the opposite of a Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is when you guys go ahead and put money into an account, which you can only put about $7,500 every single year, but you have to pay taxes on that $7,500. But when you turn 65, you don't have to pay money on the compound interest gained or on the money that you invested, which you actually don't have to pay taxes on the money that you invested anyway. If you invested into a Roth IRA for 10 years and you pull out 75 grand, that's just considered income tax. You're not penalized for that. You're only penalized for the compound interest gained. So just keep that in mind. But essentially what a SEIP IRA is that it's the opposite. So right now I put in $1,000 every single month into my SEIP IRA, but the thing is that the money that I go ahead and put into this account today, so the $1,000 that I put in every single month, that is a complete tax write-off. So that means that I write off 12 grand a year into investments, but realistically, because I make about $100,000 every single year, you can put up to 25% of your entire paycheck into a SEIP IRA, and it's considered a tax write-off. So it's one of the easiest ways if you guys have a bunch of money that you're not gonna need, which is kind of my case. I make quite a bit of money. I'm very, very fortunate, and I don't really need all of it right now because I live pretty cheaply. I live pretty frugally. I just live in a house with 3 other dudes. I'm a pretty frugal guy overall. I'm not really spending more than 2 grand a month usually, but I'm making quite a bit more than that. So I use things like SEIP IRAs and Roth IRAs to essentially not have to pay taxes on the other 75% of my income, as well as gaining a bunch of money on the process. And if you go ahead and check out what my later amount, if I continue to invest $1,000 every single month into this later account, by the time I'm 65, I will almost have $2.5 million worth inside. But if I change this to like weekly, for example, as you guys can see, it will become over $10 million by the time I turn 65. So that's why I always encourage people to have some kind of like base stock investing. If you're going to be investing in individual stocks, it's always a bit of a gambler's game. You never really know if you're going to win. There is some stocks I'm going to be showing you in today's video that I feel very, very confident are going to be big winners, and there's reasons why, and I will show you why. But at the end of the day, it's not guaranteed. But using something like Acorns, I am always guaranteed money. So you guys can see I can just put my money into this investment account, and I'm guaranteed to be making money every single month because they just invest into things that are guaranteed to make money, like the S&P and bonds, and these things are guaranteed to make money no matter who you are. Warren Buffett always had 60% of his money into bonds and 40% of his money into stocks, and he always had a huge chunk of his money that he wasn't using into those accounts. So that's why I would recommend almost anybody to get an Acorns account, so you guys can go ahead and get started investing like this. Because if you get started today as a young person, if you're like me and you're 21, if you're in your early 20s, or if you're just getting into college, if you guys go ahead and start investing in today in things like a Roth IRA, a SEIP IRA, even a stock investing account like the one I have right here, it's all tax write-offs, and you're just guaranteed to be making money in the long term because of it. I just started my Acorns account 2 months ago, and you guys can see they've already made me over $120. And especially considering I don't need this money right now because I'm not really interested in something like buying a house. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, like that kind of thing. I don't have a ton of external expenses, which you guys should also not. You know, Dave Ramsey always have $1,000 saved, and then you guys always have $1,000 saved and then pay off your debt after that. And then if you guys are interested in doing stocks and investing, that's what we're here for. But as a base level, I would always recommend someone to go ahead and have an account just like this one. I've set up accounts like this for my girlfriend, for my best friend. It's an absolute no-brainer. You are guaranteed to make money. It's literally impossible not to make money, and it is the right call every single time. And another great part about Acorns, if I've gone ahead and sold you on it, because I would never recommend something to my audience that I don't personally use myself, Acorns is actually running a limited time offer where if you invite people to join, they can get a $5 bonus investment. So I'm going to go ahead and include a link to Acorns in the description down below. I would not be recommending Acorns if I didn't enjoy them. Something to mention also is that they offer a 3% IRA match. So on my later account, because it's a SEEP IRA, I get a 3% match by them every single month. So that's obviously just a bunch of free money. Like, they're basically giving me another $30 every single month because I invest $1,000 into it every single month. That literally the $12 a month that I pay for the Acorns managed portfolio account, it like automatically pays for itself. So if you guys think Acorns would be good for you, if you're interested in creating a stock account like this, the kind of stuff that Warren Buffett had and the kind of stuff that he would always stand by, I would highly recommend using Acorns for that because it's basically free, you're guaranteed to make money, and it's super easy to go ahead and set up, and they have a fantastic mobile app. Now that we've gone ahead and gotten my exact financial advice that I would always recommend anybody to do, now we can actually get to the fun stuff, and that is the best stocks to invest in. So I personally don't use Cash App to invest in stocks anymore, and the reason why is because they charge quite a bit to actually sell the accounts, to actually sell the stocks, because they charge quite a bit to actually sell the stocks. They usually take about 0.5% when you go ahead and sell them, even though buying them is free. I opened an account with my bank, which is Wells Fargo, and they've been just fine to invest in. They literally charge nothing to deposit in. I can even deposit with like a credit card if I want to, and I can do like credit churning with that, and Wells Fargo is completely fine with that. They have no issues processing that payment. You guys can see year to date, I am up 8% on this portfolio. And I really am currently only invested into 2 stocks on this portfolio, and I want to show you guys the exact stocks that I'm invested in. So the 2 stocks I would recommend anybody be buying right now is going to be Tesla, because Tesla's always going up because people are stupid and they're always going to be investing into Tesla for no good reason, but hey, they are. And then the second one, which this is the real one you guys should be interested in, is going to be Salesforce. So Salesforce lost their CEO recently. They took a huge loss on their CEO department, and they just lost their CEO. So because of that, their stock took a massive dip. So you guys can see over the 6-month period of time, their stock has taken a pretty big dip. But according to their quarterly report, they're making more money than they ever have. So what's the reason for this stock dip? It's just because people are scared about Salesforce because like, oh, maybe the CEO might have fucked it up somewhere. But if we check out their quarterly earnings, they're literally making more money than they ever have before. And they're launching into new markets. As you guys can see, they're launching into a bunch of new markets, and they're buying a bunch of shit. They're moving. So I guarantee you this stock is going to be going up. I personally bought in at, I think I bought in at about 250. Yeah, so I bought in right here, give or take. And I'm up on Salesforce. I was down today, but I'm up. You guys can see because it churned down a little bit. It went below 250 recently after the market closed, and Wells Fargo does take a little while to update, so you guys can see it was down here, and then that's what it's reflecting at. As you can see, they're going up. Like, Salesforce is going up because their earnings report are just as good, if not better, than like what anybody would expect. So Salesforce is a great stock to be investing in right now because it's down, but it's going to be up later. And that's my personal individual stock investing strategy. Besides, sometimes I'll just throw a fun one in like Tesla. Like, I just threw kind of Tesla in there because I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll ride the Tesla wave. Like, fuck it, why not? But generally speaking, if I'm going to be investing in individual stocks, I'm really only going to pick one company at a time. And I'm just going to be like, hey, this is the one company that I'm going to be focusing on. But I know for a fact, like, the quarterlies in Salesforce are good. Like, the earnings are up. But it's just because they lost a CEO, because there was a few like public controversies because they were in Israel or whatever. Because of that, like, it went down, which, you know, kind of deserved to, but like, it's gonna go back up because it's not like they're losing money. It's just that the stock has gone down artificially because people got scared. So that's essentially my entire stock investing strategy boiled down into one term for individual stock investing. For other investing, like I showed you guys, I have my Acorns portfolio where I have over $4,000 of my own money in there. That's basically just a guaranteed money because it's in the stocks, it's in the bonds. Those are things that are guaranteed to go up year over year. I'm experiencing 2% returns every single month on my portfolio right now. And Acorns manages the whole thing for me. I pay a little bit a month, but they literally make like 10 times that for me. So like it's absolutely worth it. And that's going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy these stock picks for fall 2024 and you want me to go ahead and make more videos like this, go ahead and leave a comment down below what videos you would like me to make about stocks, because I'm very, very interested and I want to provide as much value as I can. And I want to make sure that every single one of you guys can get as rich as possible. And with that all being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a good day.